La divisione farmaceutica di Thomson Reuters è uno dei più importanti provider mondiali di informazioni per il settore farmaceutico, informazioni che spaziano dalla vita delle aziende farmaceutiche ai nuovi farmaci, ai trials clinici internazionali di tutte le aree terapeutiche. Ci siamo fatti raccontare da Tia Moen, responsabile dei contenuti di una delle più importanti banche dati di Thomson Reuters, come lavora questa società, dove raccolgono i dati e la fiducia che dobbiamo riporre nelle loro informazioni. Tina, please tell us something to help us to better know what is Thomson Reuters.
Thomson Reuters is an information company serving professionals around the world in healthcare, finance, legal, and markets.
How many people are working for Thomson Reuters around the world?
There are 52,000 people working for Thomson Reuters around the world.
Okay, let's go now to the pharmaceutical industry. What are you doing for the pharma industry, for the people involved in the pharmaceutical research?
At Thomson Reuters Micromedics, we provide medical information on drugs, diseases, patient education, and toxicology. And this information is used by clinicians around the world to treat patients and in the development of new drugs.
Because you are the provider of Micromedics, which is one of the best known database and data bank within the pharma industry, is right?
Yes. So we produce Micromedics out of our Denver office, and there we have a staff of about 85 clinicians writing all of the content for all of the Micromedics proprietary products.
Where do you collect the information regarding the drug development which are put on this database?
We surveil the world's medical literature and identify the best of the available literature on topics to be included into our database. We use an in-house library staff in addition to our senior clinicians to monitor the world's literature, identify the best of the available literature, and include that in our content.
Which type of control do you have on this information? Because many people depend on this information. So how could be they're certain that they are correct, they are right?
So we have a very rigorous editorial process that includes extensive literature evaluation training for the editors in my group. This includes the identification of appropriate study design, appropriate study participants, the appropriate statistical methodology being used in any particular journal article, and then of course that the conclusions were based on the predefined outcomes. Our staff is trained to identify a study that's been well done, and more importantly a study that has not been well done, so that we don't include those things into our content. And then of course we have a peer review process. A writer writes the content and then it's reviewed by another clinician until we get the most accurate, most comprehensive content available.
How many studies do you process every year?
We review probably near 500,000 a year. Of course, not that many go into the content. How many are processed exactly, I'm unsure, but it is around 500,000.
So published papers or also abstracts presented during the congresses?
We try not to use abstracts. There are some topics where we do need to use abstracts if the paper's never published perhaps, or in the case of toxicology, sometimes the papers are not published in English, which is the language that we need to read in at the moment. So we try not to use abstracts in the main body of our content and really get right to the full literature.
So we could be confident about Thomson Reuters information?
Absolutely. We have a very stringent editorial process. We employ clinicians, so they've walked in the shoes of our end users, been treating patients, been in drug development, all to create the best content to answer the questions that you have.